there's something wrong with my story. Because you don't go to Halifax, so I had to really go through. So actually I spent almost 6-7 hours in Toronto yesterday before I got on the plane, the last plane to Halifax, so I could get here. So I have really worked hard. Whoever tried to stop me, it didn't work. So here you go.
All right, anybody who knows me knows I get a little nervous, so I have my phone and some notes done up. Actually, a full-fledged written speech. So, because it's way easier to read than it is for me to speak on impact. So, for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Holly McKay, and I live in Pictou, Nova Scotia. So that is approximately an hour and a half, 2 hours away from here. I am the director of Team Tap Aspire and Inspire. And this year, actually October, marks my 1 year promotion anniversary to director. Yeah. So 1 year as director and 18 months with Tupperware as a whole. In Pictou, we have just over 3,000 people. And as a county, Pictou County has just over 40,000 people. So I often hear people say, when we talk to others about joining Tupperware or sharing the opportunity, oh, so-and-so sells Tupperware, or there's too many consultants, or somebody knows somebody who knows somebody. So they say, the market is saturated, but this couldn't be any more untrue. Everyone connects with someone that another consultant has never even had the opportunity to meet yet. In our relatively small county, we have myself, my star director, who is Heidi Guittard, who is sick and not able to be here tonight, and our executive director, Angela Ray. We all live at most 20 minutes apart. And then we have Sarah also lives 20 some odd minutes in the opposite direction, maybe 30. And we still hear, to this day, I didn't know Tupperware was still around. So this is not to mention also the incredible amount of consultants and managers we have in the county. There's always room to grow. So when I joined Tupperware, I had no idea just how much it would change my life, let alone be the best decision I didn't even have to make for myself. You see, my director, Heidi Guittard, saw something in me that I was unable to see, and although she had asked me countless times to join her team, I didn't have the ability to say yes myself. So I didn't have that confidence, so Heidi said yes for me. And as many of you know, I had the kit show up at my door and I owned nothing but a water bottle. So my partner, Glenn, otherwise known and self-identified as Tupperman, who does collect orders, pack, and deliver for me, so I'm very lucky. He had always told me of the sales potential he saw in me, and he saw for me in markets such as business. He went as far as to say real estate, and I said there was no chance, but you never know, the sky's the limit. So I could never understand what he saw. You see, because although I appeared confident, outgoing, and extremely social on the outside, on the inside, my mind was, and still is, full of anxiety, trauma, and depression. I have spent most of my life being unable to even identify that I had lived with these conditions, and got by ignoring my own experiences and helping others through their own. I worked for over 10 years, frontline, with the most at-risk children, youth, and families in the province of Nova Scotia. I always joked with my fellow team members, asking what we as youth care workers would do when we were unable to work frontline, and no one had an answer. And I certainly never would have said Tupperware, but here we are. So when my son, Tekena, was diagnosed with autism at the age of 3, my life again changed. Insert years of intensive therapy, including early intensive behavioral intervention, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Working 12-hour shifts and incorporating 15 minutes, I wish, it was 15 hours a week of in-home therapy became too much for me to handle. I spent the next 2 years having to take time off work on short-term illness to be frontline for my own son, and no one at work ever truly understood my why. This is when I entered burnout, but I didn't have any change. It was Tupperware, again 2 more years later, that allowed me the opportunity to finally choose change for myself. As I mentioned, Glenn had always seen the potential in me to succeed in new and exciting ways, and with his persuasion and complete support, I made the decision to chase my passion with Tupperware full time. And it was hands down the best decision I have ever made. For years, I have never chased my own goals, or for that matter, even set them. Tupperware gave me the opportunity to set goals and the means to achieve them. This ignited part of me that had never had the chance to be ignited before. I faced my fear of traveling alone on an airplane because of Tupperware. I asked for a seatbelt extension with confidence because of Tupperware. And I also spent 3 of the most memorable days of my life in Orlando, Florida at home office celebrating director success because of Tupperware. The very first goal I had set for myself was the biggest goal I could imagine. I wanted to take Kenna to Disney World. I started small, sharing my love for Tupperware only on social media, and began inviting people to join me in earning all of the free that I was earning. We all know about the free. So I still had the ability to hide behind the computer screen at that time, yet still feel successful. One person by one person, my Tupperware family grew, and to my surprise, so did my confidence. And I'd be a little more confident if the president was right there. Just saying. So, as we are just that. We are a family, our Tupperware team, and I've never been surrounded by more inspirational and supportive people anytime in my entire life. I learned early that if we want to achieve a goal, we should put it in writing and leave it in plain sight to be seen daily, and I did just that. On my fridge, I wrote my goals, the dates I wanted to achieve them by, director by October, tracks by December, and Disney World by June. These were large goals and on a tight timeline. I took a picture and sent it to my director, Heidi, to hold myself accountable. As a team, we achieved those goals, some on time and some way ahead of schedule. It wasn't until April of this year that I was challenged by Cheryl Smith, who we all know and love, to hold my first in-home Tupperware party. And it is because of that one, my first in-home Tupperware party, that we are here tonight with our president. I actually didn't know that it was that one Tupperware party until Cora messaged me last week, and she's like, "So your host, Ashley McKenzie," and I'm like, "What?" I was like, "That was my first Tupperware party." So just in September, Glenn and I took Kenna to Disney World, all expenses paid by Tupperware. And 1 week after returning, I earned my second WOW trip to Disney. I never imagined that I could reach the hugest goal I could think of just 18 short months ago, not once, but twice. So the thing with Tupperware and the opportunity is you can make it everything you choose to. You can fill your cupboards, we've all done that. You can fill your wallet, we've done that too, but you can also fill your heart. And you can do it all at the same time. My goal is elite for 2017. We're on pace, so 500,000 in team sales, and we're on pace. So what is your goal for your business this year? Think about it, because it could come true. You never know.
Wow. Wasn't that incredible?